Of course you've heard the latest news. They're going to take away our booze. Take it away teetotally. We can dry up both you and me. Those drinking songs have oft been sung. They're going to stop each thirsty tongue. Excuse me while I shed a tear. They're going to stop our glorious beer. You know it's a disgrace to the country. Thirst is a natural and beer's beer. Of course we know hunger's hunger, but thirst is a thirst. You know, if a man's hungry and can't get beef, he can always get mutton. Whereas if a man's thirsty and can't get beer, he's wet. Aren't we all born with a thirst? What is it the first thing that a dear little baby requires? Suction. Liquid. Of course, sometimes they kid them with a dummy, but they don't expect us to go about with dummies, do they? And what's to become of all the beautiful hops? And what's to become of all the beautiful hop pickers? They can't go picking lemons. Lemons don't grow in this country. Lemons are foreign article. Foreign article lemons are. They ought to put a tax on lemons. I say support home industry and drink beer. And they say that beer shortens a man's life. Look at old Jenkins. He's 90 years of age and drunk beer all his life. Do you mean to tell me that if he hadn't drunk it, he'd have been 100? Then they say there'll be more money about. Who wants more money if they can't buy beer? And I'd like to ask you something. What pays the taxes? Beer. What keeps policemen? Taxes. Therefore, if you do away with the beer, you're putting poor policemen out of a job. And you're doing a poor old cookie out of her kitchen cuddle. Policemen are built up on beer. Now you all know that old but true saying, a drunken man speaks the truth. Well, do they want to make us all liars? And what's to happen to me if they do take away our beer? When I meet an old pal, am I going to say, "Hello, Phil, how are you? Come and have a glass of chamomile tea"? What are we going to drink the king's health in? Epsom salts? It takes away me breath what they are doing, for the beer gets further from me grasp. The George is closed and the plough is going, and me tongue is getting like a rasp. What shall we do when the drinking stops? What shall we do? There's a rub. We'll all be sitting sucking acid drops on the doorstep of the last pub.